This month is March. In S'Klallam, it's Chen Shawi, which means time to grow. I'll repeat that 2 more times and try to repeat after me. Chen Shawi. Chen Shawi. The key words for the month of March, or Chen Shawi, are numbers 11 through 20. I will be repeating these words 3 times and try to repeat after me. The word for 11 in S'Klallam is Upen I Nutsu. If you remember from the previous months, we did have the word for number 10, which was Upen. In S'Klallam, notice that as we're counting up, you'll see that the pattern is 10 and then the next number. 11 is literally translating into 10 and 1. Upen I Nutsu. I is the word for and, Nutsu is 1 if you remember from previous months. So 11 repeated 2 more times. Upen I Nutsu. Upen I Nutsu. The word for 12 in S'Klallam, as you may start to assume now, is Upen I Chesa, if you remember the word for 2 in the previous months. I'll repeat it 2 more times. Upen I Chesa. Upen I Chesa. 13 in S'Klallam is said like this. Upen I Hliu. I'll repeat that 2 more times. Upen I Hliu. Upen I Hliu, which is literally translating to 10 and 3. The word for 14 is Upen I Ngoose. And this one's a little bit difficult to translate from the E sound to that NG sound that's at the back of your mouth. So say it nice and slow until you become more comfortable. Try to repeat after me. Upen I Ngoose. Upen I Ngoose. The word for 15 in S'Klallam is Upen I Skach. This can be another difficult transition between the E sound and that barred L sound. But try to repeat after me. Remember to always practice it more slowly and work your way up. 15 is Upen I Skach. Upen I Skach. Upen I Skach. The word for 16 in S'Klallam is Upen I Tongue. Remember to get that hard H sound for that number 6. Here it is 2 more times. Upen I Tongue. Upen I Tongue. The word for 17 in S'Klallam is Upen I Tzokes. That transition between the E and that TS sound, or that C letter that you see in S'Klallam, can be a little difficult, but keep practicing it. Say it slowly. Upen I Tzokes. I'll say it 2 more times. Upen I Tzokes. Notice I'm popping out that first sound of the word 7. Upen I Tzokes. The word for 18 in S'Klallam is Upen I Tots. Try to repeat it after me. Upen I Tots. Upen I Tots. The word for 19 is Upen I Tuk. Notice that I'm kind of blowing that air out. It's that X with a raised W letter is what tells me to make that sound. Let's do it 2 more times. Upen I Tuk. Upen I Tuk. The word for 20 in S'Klallam is actually a word of its own. Because we've been doing numbers 11 through 19, we would assume that maybe 20 could be Upen I Upen, or 10 and 10. But 20 actually has its own word. The word for 20 in S'Klallam is Ntsquas. Try to repeat after me. Ntsquas. Ntsquas. The 4 key words for Chen Shawi, or March, is eye, ear, mouth, and nose. We'll focus on a few of the body parts today. The word for eye in S'Klallam is kaing. That Q sound should be at the back of your mouth. Try to say it after me. Kaing. kying. Now the phrase that will go with I, or kying, is this is my eye. That way you can actually practice this and point to your eye, or you can teach this to your children or your friends or other family members. The phrase is niqui in kying. Try to say it after me. Niqui in kying. Niqui in kying. One more time. Niqui in kying. The word for ear in S'Klallam is quayin. Notice that I'm popping that Q sound that's at the back of my mouth. Here it is 2 more times. Quayin. It almost sounds like I'm saying crying. One of my teachers said, this is a way to remember it. She holds and tugs on her ear and she says, I don't want to hear any of your quayin. It's an easy way to remember it. So here it is 2 more times. Quayin. Quayin. We're going to use the same phrase from I. We're going to say, this is my ear. Niqui in quayin. Try to repeat after me. Niqui in quayin. Try to get that Q sound to pop at the beginning of the word. Niqui in quayin. The word for mouth in S'Klallam is tsuutsin. I'll repeat it twice more. Tsuutsin. Tsuutsin. It almost sounds like I'm saying the word suit in English, but remember that C letter in S'Klallam has a TS sound rather than just an S sound. So make sure to get that sound correct. Tsuutsin. Here's the phrase, this is my mouth. Niqui in tsuutsin. Try to repeat after me. Niqui in tsuutsin. Niqui in tsuutsin. The word for nose in S'Klallam can sound a little difficult, but don't worry, keep practicing. It's going to start with that NG sound that we have at the back of the throat. Remember, that's at the end of the English word song. That's the NG sound that we're looking for at the beginning of the word nose. Ngaksin. If it helps to touch your mouth right here, it always helps me sometimes. Try to repeat it after me. Ngaksin. Ngaksin. The phrase that will go with nose is this is my nose. Niqui ngaksin. Now this sentence can be a little tough because we have an N sound and then that NG sound right after each other. Try to help yourself by practicing slowly and differentiate that N sound from the NG sound. Let's say it again, very slowly. Niqui ngaksin. Repeat after me. Niqui ngaksin.